Derbydag en natuurlik bring Spannie Rongo vir julle die regstreekse uitsending van hierdie Namibiese Rugby in die Premier Liga wedstryd. Dit is nou tussen Dolphin en Kudus net hier op Kudus I, Jan Wilken Stadium, Walvis Bay. My naam is Jan Mouwers en ons kuier vandag saam met julle. Al die pad tot wanneer hy laaste vlekkie geblaas word. Kudus en Dolphin speel natuurlik ook vandag vir die Rugby Fransman Cup. Nou vir die wat julle nou nie weet, die oom Herbie was 'n legende hier van die rugby hier langs die kus. Natuurlik bring ons vir julle ook onderhoude saam met die afrigters, is ook die kapteine, wat vir ons 'n bietjie gaan vertel, wat kan ons verwag hier tussen die manne in blou en die manne in wit en swart. Moenie asseblief nie te ver gaan nie, want ons bring dit net vir julle hier vanaf Walvis Bay.
Well, good afternoon to everybody, and a big welcome from the Jan Wilken Stadium in Walvis Bay. We've got a southeaster wind blowing. It's going to be in the favour of the visiting team at the moment, and pressing right at the corner flag of the Dolphin Club from Swakopmund, the local Kudus Club from Walvis Bay, in the ascendancy. Score at the moment, it's 10-0, and interesting times ahead in the second half, which has been underway for a couple of minutes. Right, and coming up now, we have the Kudu captain, Cameron Langenhoven, and he had this to say.
Saam met my hier het ek vir Kudus Premier Liga kaptein Cameron Langenhoven. Cameron, ons skop sommer hierdie Namibiese rugby in die Premier Liga af met 'n derby op Kudus Park. En julle het nou die Swakopmunders wat nou vandag hier by julle kom kuier. Vertel net vir ons, wat kan ons vandag verwag hier op hierdie veld?
Goeiemôre en hoop dit gaan goed. Yes, obviously ek dink dit gaan 'n interessante wedstryd wees. Dolphins het gekom met 'n beter span as laas jaar. Hulle het definitief goeie aanwinste gekry, veral in daai 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 posisies. So ek dink dit gaan 'n goeie competitive game wees. Ek dink definitief met die span wat Dolphins field vandag, gaan hulle hierdie jaar upsets bring in die liga. Van ons kant af, ons wil ons tradisionele lekker hardloop rugby speel, so ons is excited, die son skyn, dis 'n goeie dag en lekker tyd vir rugby.
Presies. Dis sê vir my Cameron, like jou span ook vandag so 'n bietjie anders as wat dit laas jaar gelyk het.
Yes, baie van die spelers wat laas jaar gespeel het, kom nou deur. Veral van die tweede span, skakelpaar spesifiek. So ons is ook excited. Ons is besig om spelers te groom en ons het daai spelers gevat. Baie van hulle Franco, Roberto, Rossi, Michael van onder 19 skole rugby waar hulle nou 2-3 jaar later Premier League rugby speel. So yes, ons bring iets nuut hierdie jaar. So lekker hardloop rugby speel, so ja, dis wat julle van ons af kan verwag.
Sê my, wat is hierdie jaar se goal? Is dit om finale te haal, om te wen? Wat is die plan vir hierdie jaar?
Ek dink die plan bly dieselfde as wat dit was vir die afgelope 3 jaar. Ons goal is om die liga te wen. Ons doelwit is om die liga te wen en ek glo nie ons gaan stop om te improve tot ons dit bereik het.
Presies. Nou julle het 'n nuwe afrigter ook, Roger Thompson wat vir julle hierdie jaar gejoin het. Vertel net ons 'n bietjie, hoe gaan dit daar?
Yes, in my opinie baie goeie aanwinst vir ons. En die een van die groot doelwitte waarmee hy ingebring is om ons te help is om die liga te wen. So far so good. Ons waardeer sy insette, baie veranderinge gebring en baie van die goed ook dieselfde gehou en net improve op. So ons is excited, eerste game van die jaar. Obviously results speak the loudest. So hy het sy job gedoen. Nou is dit ons se job om uit te gaan en die resultate huis toe te bring.
Exact. En dan natuurlik speel hulle ook vandag vir die Rugby Fransman trofee. Dis vir die tweede jaar. Verlede jaar het julle hom gevat. Is dit weer die plan hierdie jaar?
Yes, definitief. Definitief.
Cameron, 'n boodskap aan jou spelers as jy graag iets vir hulle wil sê.
Ons praat, ons is heel week saam met mekaar, maar wat ek kan sê is vandag gaan 'n groot een wees, hierdie jaar gaan 'n groot een wees, so obviously hulle is al gemotiveerd, maar chance for error is baie min. Dolphins en enige ander span in hierdie liga, hierdie jaar gaan die liga baie competitive wees, so enige foute wat ons gaan maak, gaan nie ander spanne capitalize op dit, so ons moet aangeswitch bly en ons moet fight vir elke wen, elke meter vorentoe, elke dryf, elke lynstaanbal moet ons moet insit om het te wen.
Boodskap vir die opponente, Dolphins.
Net baie dankie en ons sien uit vir 'n goeie game. Ons is privileged om hulle te host hierso, so al die beste vir hulle ook.
En dan natuurlik speel ons op Kudu Park vandag. Cameron, jy weet mos, as dit begin met my bloed is blou, dan gaan dit lekker op hierdie veld. Boodskap aan die aanhangers.
Aan die fans net baie dankie vir die continuous support wat ons kry van hulle af. Ek het al baie rugby gespeel. Ek is aan die einde van my loopbaan, maar nog steeds kry ek butterflies om op die veld te draf voor ons tuiskare, voor ons mense van Walvis Bay. So groot ups vir hulle en dankie vir almal wat die tyd maak om hier te wees.
Presies, so raad julle dit self hier gehoor van Cameron Lengenhoven vanaf hier op Kudu Park. Ons maak reg vir klipharde hardloop rugby hier op Jan Wilken Stadium. Baie dankie Cameron.
Dankie.
Right, we heard from the local captain and now for the visiting captain from the Dolphins, Romario Janga.
Kijk, samen met mij ek vir Romario Janga, wat die kaptein is van Dolphin, die Dolphin Premier Liga span. Romario, dit is vandag ons kop af hierdie liga, die Namibia Rugby in die Premier Liga. Ons is op Walvis Bay, die swakopmoeders in die Walvis Bayers, jy weet mos, dat was altyd so 'n bietjie van 'n rivalry.
Ja,
Vertel het vir ons, wat kan ons vandag verwag?
Eerstens, goeiedag. En ek wil net aan die mense wat hier buite is, baie dankie sê vir die uitkom en vir die ondersteuning van albei kante af, Dolphins en Kudus. Wat julle kan verwag is 'n groot wedstryd tussen die eerste spanne van Dolphins en Kudus. Ek dink albei spanne het wel goed voorberei. Pre-season, off-season het hulle goed voorberei vir hierdie dag en almal is excited, so ons kyk maar wat
gaan gebeur. Nou verlede jaar het hulle so 'n bietjie die Dolphin gesien as die underdogs. Ja. Wat was die strategie vir hierdie jaar? Wat is die plan vir hierdie jaar?
Strategie laas jaar was om die ouens net exposure te gee in die eerste liga. En ek dink met die wat ons nou geleer het en gesien het wat dit eintlik vat en om in die eerste liga te speel, het ons daarop gebou en ek dink ons het net meer en meer beter geraak met die off-season. Baie spelers bygekry en die ouens is goed voorberei vir hierdie seisoen wat voor lê.
Nou dat die voeltjie het so gevleit hier van Kudus se kant af dat die span van Dolphins so 'n bietjie anderster lyk hierdie jaar. Wat sal jy sê is die sterkpunte van julle hierdie jaar?
Die span lyk bietjie anderster. Ons het wel baie ouens bygekry wat vir ons kom join het, wat is met oop arms verwelkom. So ons hoop maar hulle bring ook hulle se insette van die klubs wat hulle afkom en hulle kom voeg ook by wat ons nou doen in ons stelsel. Maar ek dink ons kan ook van hulle af leer. En dit is ook ouens wat al 'n tydjie in die Premier Liga inspeel.
Presies.
So ek hoop hulle gaan 'n goeie aanlegging wees in ons span en dat hulle by ons stelsel kan adapt.
Presies, en julle speel nou vandag vir hierdie jaar weer eens vir die Fransman trofee en
en ek dink ons gaan hom hierdie jaar ons moet hom terugvat.
Ja, nee?
Alhoewel ons hom laas jaar kliphard verloor het, maar ons het regtig geleer uit hy foute wat ons gemaak het en ons het ek dink ons is gereed om hierdie jaar die ding te
Op de vat.
Ja.
Okay. Nee, dit is die plan, dit is die goal vir vandag. Sê vir my, Romario, as jy nou vir jou spelers ietsie kan sê, wat sal jy vir hulle sê?
Gee net jou beste, altyd, maak nie saak hoe moeg jy is, maak nie saak, weet net, daar is iemand langs aan jou altyd, wat vir jou, wat jou rug het, en gaan geniet dit net, dit is die belangrikste wat jy moet doen, moet nooit nie vergeet dit is 'n game nie, jy moet dit altyd net geniet.
Precies. Nou, alhoewel julle vandag op Kudus se tuisvelde is dat net so 33 kilometer van... Is nie so ver nie. 'n boodskap aan die Dolphins aanhangers, die fans, as jy iets vir hulle wil sê.
Baie dankie dat julle nog steeds so sterk Dolphins ondersteuners is en nog steeds glo in die ouens en ek hoop hierdie jaar gaan ons vir julle trots maak en dat julle kan met trots sê julle is Dolphins ondersteuners.
Presies. Nee, baie dankie Romario en alle sterkte. Soos ons vir julle gesê het, ons verwag klipharde rugby net hier op Kudus I, Jan Wilken Stadium, Walvis Bay.
Right, and the visiting Dolphin coach, Eugene Junkies, he's going to tell us what is in store for us from his side today.
Dis aan my het ek vir Eugene Jantjies, afrigter van Dolphin Rugby Club, is nou FNB Dolphin Rugby Club. Kom ons stel dit net sommer klaar reg. Eugene, dis die begin van hierdie seisoen. Wat kan ons verwag vir hierdie jaar verwag van die manne in blou, nee, wit en swart?
Ons het laas jaar bietjie ons het begin van Premier League gespeel, so ons het bietjie gesukkel met player containment, so ons het nie regtig baie spelers gehad, dan moet ons wat werk en so aan, maar die jaar het ons bietjie goed afgeskop met 'n paar spelers wat ons bygekry het en ons is nog steeds in die bouproses.
Presies.
Ons 'n plan vir 5 jaar, so ons is nie regtig haastig nie. Onmiddellik die jaar Premier League te wen of wat nie, maar ons wil net goed doen die jaar.
Presies. Wat is die 5-jaar plan? Wat is as julle by die 5-jaar merk kom, wat is die plan? Waar wil julle graag wees?
Ons is ons 'n sportklub. Ons kyk na academies, ons kyk na 3 tot 4 senior spanne, skoolerspanne, ons nou Dolphins onder 19 nog gekry.
Ons het hulle gister in aksie gesien.
Ja, ons kyk al na al die goedjies, maar in die dag wil ons na die 3de, 4de jaar wil ons kyk om te content te wees vir die Premier League.
Presies. Ja. Nou die span lyk so 'n bietjie anders hierdie jaar vir Dolphin. Wat sal jy sê is die sterkpunte?
Dolphin was maar geken vir hulle faults.
Ja.
Ja, onze pak is redelijk bietjie right die jaar. Ek sal so sê in die packs ons sukkel nog bietjie, maar daar is ons kan nie sê ons in Premier League speel kan ons nie verwag om swak te sê nie, maar ons is redelijk right in die backline.
Nou dis ook jou 2de jaar.
Ja.
Nee, vir Dolphin. Hoe gaan dit nog so ver?
Nee, dat is fijn. Ik geniet het. Ik hou van challenges. Het is een challenge voor ons, maar ik geniet het. Ik denk ons kan die jaar op een paar surprises.
Nee, we are counting on that. Ik wil het maar net sê.
Definitief.
Eugene, net 'n boodskap dalk vir die Kudus manne, vir die Dolphin manne wat hulle graag vir die twee spanne sê.
Net rugby lig by die kus. En ons speel mos almal rugby vir 'n rede omdat ek geniet. So ek weet die kus se spanne moet redelik sterk wees. So ons wat van binne af kom, spanne van buite af moet kom swaar kry. Om 'n wen te kry, so gaan nie meer maklik wees. Dis Dolphins en die Kudus. Altyd spanne wil ek net sê sterkte. Dit gaan 'n goeie fight wees vandag.
Daar sê daar hoor julle dat die uit die perd se bek het, Eugene Jantjies. Dit gaan goeie rugby wees hier op Jan Wilken Stadium, Walvis Bay. Baie dankie Eugene.
Right, and for the next couple of minutes, you out there can enjoy the highlights of the last match, which the Kudus managed to win comfortably by 57 points to 18. Let's catch a look at the highlights.
Hier vat Justin Newman die veld. Hy lei hierdie Kudus span vandag op die veld. Omdat jy kan sien die manne is gefokus, die manne is lus. Die manne is lus.
Daar sê.
Wat Dolphins door die veld op is.
Kom hulle ja. Kom hulle.
Dit is lekker om te hoor hoe die skare saam praat. En dit is net goed vir rugby man. Dit is net goed. As 'n mens kyk hoeveel mense hier rondom hierdie veld is, dan is dit net 'n bewys weer. Kom die bal agtertoe. En daar gaan die manne vorentoe. Wat sê die skeieregter? Ja, hy's oor. Hy's oor. Beraadslag hierso. Skeieregter. Hy het sy tyd bymekaar. Ons heel eerste wedstryd het tot op 120 minute geloop. Kom ons kyk wat maak hy met hierdie ene. Yes, hy sit hom tussen die palle deur Otis. En dis 26 punte vir Kudus en geen punte vir Dolphins. Ja, kom ons kyk wat maak Scotty nou. Hy lê aan palle toe. Kom vorentoe, tref met sy regtervoet. Wat maak hy? Ja, is tussen die palle, ja. En hy bring die telling daar op 12 Otis vir Kudus. En wat gebeur daar? Daar is gister sy arm is omhoog. En dis 17 punte daar vir Kudus.
Lyk so swart.
Ja, Dolphins 'n bitter goeie sek gedoen, maar Kudus is nog steeds met die bal aan die hand. Daar gaan hulle oor. Wat sê die skeieregter? Skeieregter sê, wat sê? Skeieregter sê, dis 'n 3 vir Kudus. Otis.
Hulle het hom Donovan.
Dis Kudus wat daar die beraadslag hierso. Skeieregter. Hy het sy tyd bymekaar. Ons heel eerste wedstryd het tot op 120 minute geloop. Kom ons kyk wat maak hy met hierdie ene. Yes, hy sit hom tussen die palle deur Otis. En dis 26 punte vir Kudus en geen punte vir Dolphins.
Dit het maar ruk gegaan, wat sê jy?
Ag, wat dit was 'n mooi game geweest. Al die spanne was dissipline was goed geweest, maar net van ons kant af ons execution van die plays en goed was bietjie difficult vir ons. So die ge-execute, dis maar dit.
Welverdiende bonuspunt.
Ja, welverdiende bonus. Ons het eintlik gesoek, ons het die 7 punte gesoek, maar ons sal maar daai 1 bonuspunt vat. Daai 4 punte, 5 punte wat ons daar kry.
Wat sal jy vir die Dolphins ouens sê?
Vir die Dolphins ouens sal ek sê, hou aan vir die seisoen. Moenie moed opgee nie. Bly net hard werk.
Sê vir my waantoe hier vanaf vir julle ouens van Kudus?
Ons wil onze goals reach wat ons wil reach. So van hier af moet ons terug op drawing board toe gaan. Onze goeders gaan kyk wat ons nodig het en dan net weer verder werk.
Baie dankie en geluk met jou wen.
Dankie ook.
Hasse en zo.
Feel like I should go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should go.
Right, we catch the closing minutes of the Reserve League between the visiting Dolphin team from Swakopmund and hosts Kudu from Walvis Bay. Kudu's currently lead 10 points to 0. It's 2 tries unconverted. So let's pick up the action. It's a windy day here. at Walvis Bay, southeaster blowing, favouring the visiting team. The Kudus having to play into the wind, which we've seen a problem from the restart previously, where the ball just didn't go forward at all. Well, the captains have been called together. Right, it's a scrum just past the halfway line. And a replacement coming on. That's why there's a slight delay. Play about to get underway, and it's a scrum to the home team. Reserve scrum off on the field. Right, waiting for the scrum to be set correctly. Umpire giving instruction, the referee giving the instructions, correct setup, hookers with their feet forward to steady the scrum. And are we going to see a good line movement here from the Kudus? Ball goes out to the center, and a flying center, but unfortunately knocked on. So, a knock on there, and a scrum to the visiting Dolphin team. Have a look in the background, you can see the wind blowing the palm tree leaves, gives you an idea of the wind. But a glorious day, clear blue skies and a wind of the ocean. A large crowd here gathered at the Jan Wilken Stadium in Walvis Bay, Namibia, and welcome all the viewers nationally and internationally. Hope you're enjoying the derby between the second teams of the Kudus and the Dolphin. Players needing attention. Unfortunately, time has been called. Right, players resumed just over the halfway line, just inside the Dolphin territory. And a massive scrum there by the Kudus. Let's see if this line movement can produce anything. The tussle just past the 10-yard line, and a penalty awarded. Referee spotted an infringement. See replacement hooker beyond block there, number 16. And running repairs for the number 5, the lock from the Dolphins, Kudu I, and play is now going to proceed with a penalty. And right, kick for touch, gaining ground. See how far they can get up to the Dolphin try line. Strategies to win the line out: either produce a maul or send it out to the back line, hopefully to increase their lead. But the Dolphins are aware, and let's see what their strategy is going to be. Short line out, but wasted. So that the Dolphins get away with that one. And it's an attacking movement by the Dolphins, gaining ground up to the 25, but would be a knock-on. Penalty awarded by a referee. And they are very fortunate they've got the wind behind them, so it'll be a lot of ground that has been gained with this fantastic kick for touch. So behind the 25 and kick to 5 yards over the halfway line into Kudu territory and throw into the Dolphins. Short line out, no. Right, we couldn't follow the ball and see what happened there. That an infringement. All action at the post. Right, a ruck has been formed, and the Kudus defending and kicking into the wind, and an excellent touch kick into the wind by fullback Giovanni Isaacs. So great kick. The ref just having to explain one or two finer details to the Kudus. Right, time on and tap kick and plays. Charging run. Coming through on the wrong side, and a penalty awarded to the home team. Visiting Dolphins overstepped their mark there, and they were in a good attacking position. And a left-footed kick for touch. And a line-out in favor of the Kudus, so they on the attack now. Just near the 22-meter line of the Dolphins. Kudus taking their time, running the clock down to form up in the... the referee, with all his running, is getting a well-earned drink. Right, so a couple of minutes remaining. Alexander Plaichi kicking off. And a good line movement. Ball swung out from the loose scrum and not directly into touch. So a lot of ground gained by the Kudus. And the ball about 5 yards inside Dolphin territory. Excellent line out, thrown to the man, no difficulty, and a good run. And a good anticipation there by left wing Algeron Colts. He did break down play, but unfortunately a penalty awarded to the Dolphins. We now have a line out on the halfway line. We're just awaiting final minutes. So the main match starts at 4:15, so all action here. Chivunde with the ball. Luvel Delhi, fly half. Walter Jaw got the ball, but been held up. Right. An injury. Play being held up a bit. Ethan Hendricks with the kick, but lands in the Kudus, and they're spreading it wide. And a good evasion, but Katachuri. And a long pass. Advantage played, but no advantage given. So a scrum awarded to the Dolphin, trailing by 15 points to 0. So a couple of minutes remaining. I can't see the Dolphin coming back. So a win on the cards for the Kudu second team, playing this match being played in the reserve division. In shot, there's number 4, Rico Hamburi. Possibly the last scrum of the day. And let's see what the Dolphins can do. Lavelle Delhi to put the ball in. As you can see, the wind, but a tremendous scrum by the Kudus. Advantage, the penalty advantage. And a brilliant run there by the right winger, but he gets tackled and given to number 8, Tian Aranjis. And an excellent break there by the 8th man. Just centimeters short of the try line. But been held up by a resolute Dolphin defense. Referee just giving an explanation as to why the penalty was called. Decisions, do they go for poles and run the clock down, or are they going to run it down the line? Strategy in place. The Kudu player, as a result of the being given medical attention, you see the local medical services, St. Gabriel in attendance. Looks like the player's in a bit of agony. All right. Unfortunately, stretch has been brought on, so hopefully it's not that serious, just that he possibly has been winded. He's still mobile, but and strict procedure to get the injured player onto the stretcher. Unfortunate delay in the game. There's a section of the crowd enjoying the windy but sunny day here. A lot of support from the locals. The Dolphins were asked, well, they asked their supporters to dress in black. There you can see a good number of Dolphin supporters have made the trip 35 odd kilometers from Swakopmund down to their coastal neighbors. Everybody on both sides managing to catch their breath. It's a hot and windy day, so the break will be welcomed, but let's hope the injured player is he will be taken away and assessed later. Right, so the brief hold up in play. And play will resume shortly. Let's see if the Dolphins are able to repel the attack from the home team, the Kudus. Right, game is on. And a good movement there and been pushed over. And unfortunately, a knock-on, so a saving try. And that is the end of the match. Final whistle. Home team Kudus 15, the visiting Dolphin from Swakopmund failed to trouble the scorers. So 15-0 to the Kudus second team in the reserve division. Right, now we await the big one. What, everybody's come down, a large crowd. About 1,000 people that have made their way here to the Jan Wilken Stadium in Walvis Bay. Right, and we'll be back with you shortly. Let's just go to the marketplace.
like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it.
Right, and we are live here from the Jan Wilken Stadium in the port of Walvis Bay, Namibia, on the southwest African coast, and the Kudu Rugby Club from Walvis Bay playing against the Dolphin Sport Club from neighboring Swakopmund, 35 kilometers up the road. Right, so here we have the Kudus. At fullback, Aston Mukulongo. Right wing, Irangwa Ashtivudu. Left wing, Lucia Isaacs. Outside centre, Justin Newman. Inside centre, Alistair Muller. Pivotal fly half, Michael Koopman. And the important man at scrum off, Raishon Shumbi. Front row, Anthony Hueb. Roberto Lensley, the hooker. Craig Swats, the other prop. Enzo Kotsia and Gregory Namseb making up the locking pair. Cameron Langenhoven, the captain, the flanker. Franco Fries on the other flank, and eighth man, PJ Walters. Reserves, as you see, if they are to be used, Jeffrey Kalaka, Kanimi, Sebi, Plato, Kunung, Jacobs, Plaichi, and Jacobs. And the Dolphin Sport Club as they line up in the FNB Premier League. Fullback Zander van Wyk, right wing Damien Nikundi, left wing Jennery Sameb, outside centre Ronaldo Diergaard, inside centre Ronaldo Diergaard, fly half Alex Mertz, scrum off Reggie Brendel. A lot of support, as you can hear, from the home crowd. And a lot of support from both supporters. Welcome their teams onto the field, and let's see what can and will happen. This is the more than 40 derbies have been played between the Kudus and the Dolphins. This is the second match that is been played for in the Herbie Fransman Cup. Herbie Fransman, a lifelong supporter of the Kudus, and he passed away unfortunately, and the Fransman family and the Goliath family and the Kudus Club decided to honor him for his lifelong support, and they introduced the Herbie Fransman Cup, which the Kudus are going to kick off, and that would be the fly-off Kyle Wenzel. Referee just waiting for everything to get sorted, checking the linesman, checking his clock, and it's kickoff. Giovanni Isaacs and unfortunately a knock-on, and a knock-on by the Dolphins, and a scrum, an advantage scrum on the 25, just on the 25 to the Kudus. The Kudus Club have been going since 1961, and the Dolphins, they sprung up after various clubs from Swakopmund, and they started a new club, independent club called Dolphin. Right, so Kanine Walters, Kudus scrum off, about to put the ball in, but infringement spotted by the referee. Get everybody in the equal opportunity to take part in the scrum. The big burly Clifton Cowley, number 3 prop, giving impetus to that scrum. And a good line movement, but taken there by Nathan Isaacs. And pressure being put on the visiting Dolphins. Zayden Campbell caught in possession, but inside quick move. And a line movement for the scrum. Advantage given for an infringement. They're possibly going to call a scrum, and let's see if the Kudus can push over. See, fantastic pairing, Mabai and Cowley, 2 burly props. And Zayden Campbell, the hooker from the Kudus. But let's see what the Dolphins can come back with. Radawan Muton, Popeye Shikongo and Rudy Gawaseb. What can they do in the front row against the Kudus? A lot of anticipation here. Ball's so close to the try line. And a line movement going out. Charlton Stevens at an opportunity. Ball lost forward, and Eugenio Duval. So the Dolphins survive a scare. They were pressing almost on the try line, but the Dolphins resolute. And a big push by the Kudus. And the Dolphins managed to escape. A penalty being given to the Dolphins. Walter Jaw taking the kick into the southeaster, so just short of the 22-meter line. And a knock on by the Dolphins, and the ball gained there by Sean de Klerk. Sorry. Tian Arangis. From the fly off onto the inside center. Nathan Isaacs. And a hospital pass there but ball managed to get out to the center. Jada Koning involved there. Tiana Ranjis, but being repelled. Dolphins not taking this one lying down. They're giving it all, even in the early moments. And a lovely looping ball. And the home crowd are delighted. Fantastic try. So a fantastic try there in the Giovanni Isaacs at the right place at the right time. A long looping pass out to the center. You cut in and pass the ball to Giovanni Isaacs. Good movement. And right, the conversion. The guys are in the wind. Right, let's watch this long looping pass. That long looping pass. And it's a fantastic movement, an intelligent pass. He saw the open man. And it's over, so the home team 7-0. Lovely conversion. Lucky he's got the wind behind him. So that's Kyle Wenzel. So fantastic lead early on in the match. And Dolphin fly off. Kevin Abrams due to kick off, and he's kicking into the wind, so he's got to take that into account. A long kick, not held up, so into the hands of the Dolphins. Player came back from an offside position, so hence the penalty to the Dolphins. So are they going to go for poles, or are they going to go for touch? Let's see what the captain decides. Gives the ball to the fly-off, and it's... I don't think it wasn't taken from the correct place, so he's been called back. Right, so the ball must be taken from the correct spot. Well spotted by the referee. So a kick, a line out resulting from the penalty kick 5 meters from the Dolphin try line. Well worked maneuver, kept the ball in. They've got a maul, and the ball's been pushed forward. That movement was well spotted by the Kudus. Very, very aware in defensive movements. And a try awarded. The Dolphins, 10th minute, score their opening try. So, and let's see how they. Let's see what happens with the conversion. So a try there by Rico Hamjri in the 10th minute. So fantastic. Came up all the way from deep in their own half and managed to pick up a penalty which they kicked. Won the line out, and a difficult kick into the wind. And well done, a fantastic kick. He took the conditions into account. So a conversion by Ethan Hendricks. So scores are level at 7 points all. Giovanni Isaacs to kick off. And a bursting run there by the Dolphin forwards. But lost forward by the Dolphins, unfortunately. Knocked on, so a try to the Kudus. There is a breeze blowing, but the guys are already huffing and puffing. It's a hot day here, but there is a breeze. And the wind looks like it has swung around a bit. So Keenan Walters to put the ball in for the Kudus. It's a sturdy front row from the Kudus. Cowley, Campbell and Mbai easily won. And out to Kyle Wenzel, but lost. Right, hands in the scrum by the Dolphins, unfortunately. And fly off. Kyle Wenzel going to kick for touch. And just past the 10-meter line in Dolphin territory. Good kick for touch. "13 minutes in and 7 all, visiting Dolphins from Swakopmund. Ball not in straight. Unfortunately, wasted opportunity for the Kudus. So not in straight. Bearing in mind there's a strong wind, so throwing the ball in the windy conditions is tricky. Eugenio Deval to put the ball in. And scrum being collapsed by the Kudus, so advantage to the Dolphins, penalty kick. So let's see what Nathan Isaacs can do, kicking into the wind, but an injury there to Clifton Cowley. And an excellent kick into the wind. Nathan Isaacs with a good kick to touch, but there's a tension. That was possibly a result of the scrum collapsing and the penalty being awarded. Right, so the Dolphin number 3 back on his feet, and the line out, and the injured man makes an instant comeback, but unfortunately a knock on, and Kudus regain possession. A lot of anticipation by the home crowd. Ruckers formed, but the ball taken out quickly. Mike Adoa with the ball, it gets tackled. Going over the top. Very eager fly off Algenio Deval, wanting to get things going. But Walter Jaw with the ball. That short line out taken, and an excellent line movement by the Dolphins, but almost a spear tackle. Crowd not too happy about that. Knock on. Let's not get too excited on the field, guys. There's a rugby ball to contend with. Hugo Roberto Lensley. Are they calling a short line out? Right, a lot of discussion going on. Right, a lot of discussion going on. Right, short line out called. This is a strategy by the Kudus. And won by the Dolphins. And a knock on, unfortunately, at all the advantage did the Dolphins. A lot of men in the back line waiting to take up, but unfortunately a knock on. So opportunity to score a try was wasted, unfortunately, but let's see how the Kudus can react and see how they can deal with the scrum. The last scrum there was collapse, but ball sent out. Are they going to run it? Are they going to be brave and run it? And an excellent attacking. The Dolphins on the defense. An excellent run by Ronaldo Diergaard. An excellent run there. But play being held up. Unfortunately, the Dolphins held onto the ball on the ground, not releasing it. Kudus take advantage. And a kick for touch. Wasn't much of an angle to work from, but a good kick for touch taken. And it's a Kudus throw in. Hooker Roberto Lensley. And who's he aiming for? Number 7, flanker Franco Fries. Excellent handwork there. Lucio Isaacs with his sidestepping charm that produced the first try. That was scored by his fullback Ashton. But a wayward pass, but well collected, but shifted out. Unfortunately, the Dolphins were offside in that movement, so the Kudus get a chance. Michael Koopman going for touch again. See how many meters he can grade. And a couple of meters past the 22-meter line. Hooker Roberto Lensley in attendance to throw in again. Loose head prop Anthony Hubeb waiting. But once again stolen. But excellent work there by Roberto Lensley. Caught that ball after the tap back and intercept. Referee just having a word with the Dolphins as to their actions, and the player being penalized, unfortunately. So the Dolphin down by one man, so he's in the sin bin for 10 minutes, yellow card offence, 10 minutes. So that is the flanker Conwell Dragunde. He's off for he'll be off for 10 minutes to be timed by the officials. So the Kudus home team have a one-man advantage over their visiting neighbours from Swakopmund. So the scrum is at a disadvantage. Right. Discussion. What are the Kudus going to do with this scrum? Eighth man, PJ Walters, taking his time. Scrum half Rayshawn Scoombie putting the ball in. And a fantastic one-man movement by excellent work there by Cameron Langenhoven. Picked the ball up. From the let's watch this excellent movement by eighth man PJ Walters. Right, Michael Koopman. So 12 points to 7. Can they extend the lead by 2 points? The wind behind him, so it should be a simple kick. And another conversion. 2 conversions by Michael Koopman. Excellent kick, taking the conditions into account. The wind coming slightly across the field, so correct judgment. The captain scoring the try. Behind the ball from the kickoff. And taken by Franco Fries of the Kudus. Advantage played. Ironga Achibudi with the ball. The nifty scry off 14. Unfortunately, in their haste, a knock on by the Dolphins, and it puts the Kudus in a fortunate position. So an attacking scrum for the Kudus. Home team leading by 2 tries to 1. 2 converted tries to 1 converted try. Rayshawn Scoombie to put the ball in. Providing excellent service is he for his backline. Very quick backline. Ironga Achibudi, a speedy right wing. But now the ball goes out to fly off. The fullback takes it and slices through. And a try is awarded. A lovely movement from the scrum. A lovely movement there, initiated by Rayshawn Scoombie. Got his line away. Taken by fly off Michael Koopman. And a lovely try. Let's see the replay. So 2 tries in a matter of minutes. So Michael Koopman to take the kick from a similar position. Let's hope he's not overconfident, but there is a wind that he's got to take into account. And so unfortunately went wide, left-hand side, but a very jubilant crowd in their blue supporting the home team FNB Kudus from Walvis Bay. Right, another kickoff by Alexander Mertz. The Dolphins fly off. Holding on to the ball, and a very efficient scrum off Brendel, getting his line away, but an interception. Good interception by Alistair Muller. But Anthony Hubeb taking the ball away. Rayshon Scoombie passing out. Gregory Namaseb helping his team. Anthony Hubeb again getting involved. And unfortunately a knock-on, but excellent work there by Anthony Hubeb. And a knock-on, but in the action that followed, 2 injuries, 1 got up, but the ref is now stopping the clock and calling on the medics to deal with the injured player. The players getting a well-earned break. The ref just having a chat to Romario Janga. Flanker. But this is the 3rd encounter of the Herbie Fransman Cup. Herbie Fransman, a dedicated local supporter, and as a tribute, the family and club decided to honor him, and the local derby between the Kudus and Dolphin. They're playing for the Herbie Fransman Cup. Brendan Badil with the ball, scrum off, number 9. Just over the halfway line, just inside the Kudus territory. Lovely clear blue skies over Walvis Bay. A good push by the Kudus. Excellent push after the ball was in. And the ball is now in the possession of the Kudus. An excellent shove after the ball was in. Well timed. And the powerhouse scrum of the Kudus, giving the Dolphin scrum a bit of a working over at the moment. Let's just hope there's no collapsed scrum here. We've seen it earlier on in the game. And an excellent run. And an excellent tackle there by Damon Nikundi, preventing a certain Kudus try. And a well-worked movement and an excellent try there. Opportune try, well scored, excellent. Right, let's watch this watch the replay. Watch out. And that looks like 8-man Cameron Marcus. So 4 tries so far to the Kudus. And number PJ Walters. And it's not over, so unfortunately, tricky conversion, taking the wind into account. So with just over a minute remaining, home team Kudus 24, 4 tries, only 2 converted, and 1 converted try for the Dolphins. Alexander Mertz kicking off again. The good tussle going on there. Brendan Bradil handing out to his players, 8th man. Cameron Marcus, but a penalty awarded in the closing stages of the game, quickly taken by a very alert Brendan Bradil. But it's a bit scrappy. Unfortunately, momentum lost by the Dolphins, and scrum for the Kudus. They're possibly going to wind the clock down and get position. They will kick the ball out to go out to the interval to a well-earned break. 4 tries, a lot of running. And a good line movement. Excellent running, drawing his man, running down, using his speed. Excellent line movement, but a knock on. And I know the referee did stop time for the injuries, so let's just see how many more minutes will be added on by the referee. Good attacking position for the Kudus. Swartz, Lensley and Hubeb. A powerful front row. They will possibly try and bulldoze the Dolphins again. Just get the timing right. You don't want to shove before the ball goes in. So there's an unfair advantage. But the Dolphins, well aware of the strategy, will have to take note. Rayshawn Scoombie to put the ball in. Dolphins holding up line movement. Justin Newman with the ball, but gets tackled. Scoombie. Excellent run, making a lot of ground on the Dolphins. Play on, ball's out. It's a ruck. Scoombie with the ball again, feeding right wing Ironga Atrevudi. Dolphins were waiting for that one, the short ball. Dolphins very aware and watching the players and the ball at the same time. Unfortunately, possession given away. Players not 10 meters after the ball was kicked. The players were impeded. Players have to retreat 10 meters, but they decided to tackle the man for not retreating. So, welcome relief to the Dolphins. Ronaldo Diergaard will be taking the relieving kick, taking the pressure off his team. And right next to the commentary booth. They're an attacking line out. And ball taken. Hooker Tian Strauss with the ball, makes a lot of ground on the halfway line. Maria Janga, captain with the ball, but kicks away possession. But the speedy Aston gets the ball, but overturned by the Dolphins, and they're looking to make ground. A lot of fast running by both teams, making it exciting rugby for everybody to watch. Those watching at home and the thousands of spectators here at the Jan Wilken Stadium in Walvis Bay. Ball by Brendan Brendeel. Brendan Brendeel looking after his line, but an interception. Right, players going over the line and trying to get the ball in a ruck off their feet. Right, Ronaldo Diergaard aiming to, so about 10 meters away from the Kudus try line. So they've got an attacking line out. There are 2 balls on the field, we can't have that. Short line out, but not in straight, unfortunately. So the Kudus have opted to take the throw in. Roberto Lensley to throw in, hopefully towards his locks, number 7 Kotsi. Ball not in. The penalty awarded to the Kudus, who lead by 4 tries to 1. Right, and a lot of confusion. The ball striking a spectator here. And the play continues. Roberto Lensley, the hooker, throwing in again. Excellent running there by the Kudus. Rayshon Scoombie puts the ball out to his line. Scrum caps and boots all over the show. And Scoombie using the advantage. Michael Koopman. Alistair Newman. Alistair Miller, sorry. PJ Walters with the ball, 8th man. and a penalty. The referee's going to have a word. I think they deliberately interfering with play, so just a talking to by the referee, just explaining what the infringement was all about, explaining to the captain Romario Changa, so if need be he can tell his troops. The referee indicating right, so hoping to capitalize. They didn't want to scrum. They took the kick to touch, and the line out 5 meters from the Dolphin try line. Roberto Lindsley to his man, and now going to use their balls held up, being carried over. Let's see what, and a try, 5th try to the Kudus. Well worked. So that's the man who threw the ball into the line out. He worked his team, they worked it out. So Roberto Lindsay wide, so it's 5 tries and points to 7. A converted try by the Dolphins. Right, so there's interval now, and we'll go to the marketplace.
Feel like I should go. 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 Imagine something so ahead of its time. It was designed to fit in with a future that hasn't happened yet.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it. Imagine something so ahead of its time. It was designed to fit in with a future that hasn't happened yet.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it. Imagine something so ahead of its time. It was designed to fit in with a future that hasn't happened yet.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it.
Right, and some we got highlights of the first half. 5 tries by the Kudus to the 1 converted try. 31 points to 7. 2 tries by fullback Ashton Mkiwalongo. Try each by 8-man PJ Walters, flanker captain Cameron Langenhoven, and hooker Roberta Lensley. So let's highlights. First try by and the long looping pass, the lovely interception, and the 8th man was fullback Ashton there for a lovely try. Conversion by Michael Koopman. He's only 5 tries, but only 2 conversions for him today. The wind is causing havoc with the kicking. The wind has now picked up a lot as well. The Dolphins try, and a good conversion. The Dolphins try, scored by Jerome Schumann, the lock, and converted by fullback Zano van Wyk. Right, 7-all. Well, those were just some of the highlights, and the second half between the home team and the second half of the Herbie Fransman Challenge Cup taking place. It's the 3rd match, and halftime scores: Kudus 31, 5 converted, 5 tries, and 3 conversions to the 1 converted try by the Dolphins. Dolphins now with the wind behind them, so maybe they can use that ascendancy, use it to their advantage, be able to take long raking kicks. And fly half. Alexander Mertz kicks off, but Dolphin could regain possession. Struggled with the ball and picked up, but immediately Michael Koopman is caught in possession of the ball, but to his rescue is the ever-present Raysean Scoombie. An excellent work, but scragged there by the fullback Zango van Wyk. Eighth man PJ Walters. And a ruck is formed. Referee spots an infringement. Coming over. A good movement by the Kudus, running into the wind. Possibly strategy by the Dolphins to play with the wind in the second half. The Kudus now got to run into the wind and kick into the wind, whereas the Dolphins now have the wind behind them. So it makes kicking a lot easier. Alexander Mertz with the ball, and a long raking kick sends the ball just before the halfway line of the Dolphins. The wind has picked up. Have the Kudus called a short line out? No. At the last moment, it tapped off. And the line movement started by Brendan Brendeel, but strategy kick, not kicking into the wind, but along the ground. Lucio Isaacs trying to outfox the opposition. Raysean Scoombie. Interception, but not applicable. Michael Koopman with the ball. Going to kick for touch at the corner flag and get a line out, and hopefully from a line out movement across the whitewash to increase their lead. One Dolphin player signaling that his boot needed attention. The referee just having a chat. Romario Junga, the captain, in attendance. So is Brendan Brendeel. Captain Cameron Langenhoven. Up will step Michael Koopman to take the kick. And 5 yards from the Dolphins' try line. Got to take the wind into their account with a throw-in. Roberto Lindsley is well aware. To the back of the line out, but it collapses, but the ball goes forward, and a try awarded. Well worked try, ball to the back of the line out. Passed along. And opportunity for another conversion. So 6 tries for the time being. Let's see how fly off. Michael Koopman deals with this ball in the wind. He'll have to aim far right. And he's done that. Ball sailing over through the middle of the post. Excellent conversion. So that's the 4th conversion today for young Michael Koopman, and 6 tries to the Kudus. The Dolphins with the wind behind them, and rushing up to tackle is Jerome Schumann, the try scorer for the Dolphins in the first match. There, lovely break by Anthony Hubeb, the front row for the Kudus. Gets the ball again, presents it for his scrum half, but taken out. And fellow frontman Craig Swartz with the ball makes ground. And gaining ground with an excellent kick is Rayshon Scoombie. Ball went straight into touch, so a try awarded to the Dolphins. Sorry, a line out awarded to the Dolphins. Shaitan Besser to throw the ball into the line out. An excellent work, thrown back, lovely line movement by the Dolphins. Jennery Somerset, knock on, no advantage, says the referee. So try awarded. What can the Kudus do? Ever present and very sharp scrum half Rayshon Scoombie to put the ball in. He's always there with the action. Scrum half has to be quick. Excellent break there by Lucio Isaacs. Keeps on going. Excellent run there. Handed the ball to Ashton and running for the try line. Excellent work. Fantastic try there by the fullback. Excellent running. And the 3rd try, a hat-trick for the fullback Ashton. Excellent work. Good line movement. Started off with a good scrum. Rayshon Scoombie harassed by the opposition, got the ball out, although wayward, but an excellent run by Lucio Isaacs and handing the ball to Ashton. Excellent teamwork. Scrum did its work, scrum off did its work, the back line did its work. Right. Can Michael Koopman make it 5? 7 tries so far. Taking the wind in consideration. Relaxing. Dedicated concentration. And unfortunately goes wide. You can't blame him. So Kudus lead 43-7, and replacements coming on. We see the hard-working Anthony Hubeb coming off. So replacements, and the match is underway again. Roberta Lensley giving it all, toughening up. Advantage to the Kudus. A short pass, but the advantage was given. The referees call them back, and it's a penalty taken by substitute DeAndre Blakey. Excellent touch kick. Well, I thought there was an error with the score. Conversion didn't go over, so it's only 41-7. Kudus backline waiting for the ball. Excellent work there by PJ Walters. Craig Swats. And a penalty awarded to the Kudus. Well, the Kudus have opted for a scrum on the near the 22-meter line of the Dolphins. Dolphins will have a lot to protect. Well, the Kudus lost their advantage in that scrum, and the Dolphins, who have been at the receiving end of the Kudus scrums most of the game, have managed to overpower the Kudus. And penalty kick takes them to just over the 22-meter line. Still in the Dolphin territory. Dolphins coming up, rehearsed strategy, going to the back, but ball not in straight, which is possibly understandable. Replacement Rudy Gabaseb. Scramble for the ball, and Brendan Brendeel passes out, but man runs into trouble. A deep pass back, a side step, and an excellent move, but man gets caught in possession. It's a ruck, ball is out, but the Dolphins are ready for that one. Tian Strauss, the hooker, making way, but held up. Alexander Mertz caught in possession. Standing scrum off, hands the ball to Tian Strauss, but Strauss is caught in possession again, and it's a knock-on, so advantage to the Kudus. Guys setting up with a scrum. Close to the sideline. Ball won by the Dolphins in the line movement. Missing out the odd one. An excellent movement. And another try. Man, the home team are happy. Fantastic try there by Aston. 4 tries. 4 tries for him. Excellent movement. Skipped out 2 people in the back line. The ball and the fullback joined the back line, which you don't see that often in rugby today, but an excellent movement. Well rehearsed move, resulting in a try under the posts, or close to the posts. And a kick ahead. So it should be a simple conversion. And Michael Koopman makes no mistake. So 7 points. So $48 points to 7. So 7 tries and 5 conversions for Michael Koopman. 3 tries by fullback Aston. Walters, Cameron, Langenhoven and Roberto Lensley each getting a try as well. So tries just racking up. The Dolphins showing that they're not been run over, making excellent ground here. Support from his team and the scrum off. Brendeel feeds his line, always present at the scrum, same as his counterpart Rayshawn Scoombie. Scrum off's vital for the flow of the game. And it's good to see them passing the ball out as soon as possible. There we go, line movement again, taken by Hooker Tian Strauss. Gets caught up. And excellent running movement. And nobody, is it going to be, there we go. Another try, and the home crowd are happy. Substitute Lloyd Jacobs with a try. Well worked movement. Instant success for the replacement. And DeAndre Plaikey lining up for a conversion. His first attempt at goal. And another 2 points. And the points just keep racking up here for the Kudus. Home ground advantage, crowd advantage, and the Dolphins unfortunately not able to capitalize on their only converted try early on in the first half. Scores were 7-all, but since then it's just been one-way traffic. So a try by Lloyd Jacobs and a conversion by DeAndre Plaikey. So moves the score to 55-7. But never say die. Dolphins are not giving up this fight, even though they have a mountain to climb. 20 minutes to go. It's a game of rugby. And an excellent kick, finding touch near the Dolphins' 22-meter line. Roberto Lensley, scorer of the try, the one try for the Kudus, wants to take a quick throw in, but lineup needs to be formed. Advantage given to the Dolphins, and a lot of ground made past the halfway line. They still retain possession. Brendan Brendiels passes that replacement for the Dolphins. The try line, the sideline wins sideline wins that race for the ball. Strategic kick, intelligent, well thought out, but sideline just winning it. Dolphins throw in. Can they capitalize? Can they take advantage of this? Well caught by the lock, Conwell Draguna, but ball not in straight. Right, obviously something's been talked about. Scrum half to fly half, replacement fly half, DeAndre Platy. So something's been said. So we could see a variation here. Are we going to see an extra shove by the Kudus? Right, that was the movement. Unfortunately knocked on, but possession regained by the Dolphins, and a lovely movement and a good chip, but advantage not fully taken advantage of, so referees call them back for a scrum for the knock-on by the attacking Kudus. It was an excellent movement, but unfortunately the ball was knocked on a bad pass, and there was a certain try looming. Dolphins and the Kudus taking a break. Temperature's cooling down a little bit, the sun is still out. You can see the wind. Ball one, excellent scrum by the Dolphins. Good long pass, extending. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other for that movement. And the fiery Dolphins player, the smile on his face, Jerome Schumann, he thought he could make it, but unfortunately scragged by the Kudus, wanting to get position. Quarter of an hour to go in official time. Excellent movement. Excellent tackle by the fullback Aston Mukluwango. Saved a certain try. Dolphins were really looking good there. Excellent movement, drawing their man, passing the ball at the last moment. Coaching staff doing their job, advising the guys, draw your man and then pass, getting the advantage, but unfortunately scragged by Kudu player running after him. Sean Scoombie looking to feed his line, take advantage. And DeAndre Blakey making a lot of ground. Scoombie passing back again. Ball booted upfield. Tried his best to keep the ball in, but he kept the ball in, but he was out of play. Excellent thought there, but just didn't come to fruition for the Dolphins. Short line out taken. Referee explaining, I think the line-out has to be retaken. The line-out was called by the linesman, so they couldn't take a short one. Another try looming for the for the Kudus, but not thrown correctly and taken there by number 12, Ronaldo Diergaard. A relieving kick for the wind. But exciting play there by Anton. Managed to dodge and sidestep. Cameron Langenhoven, the guilty party, they're giving away a penalty in such a good attacking position. Ronaldo Diergaard with the relieving kick sends it into touch. Almost in between the 22-meter and the halfway line on the far side of the field. Was a penalty, so they managed to, well, they not managed, they do keep possession. It's their throw in. Dolphins throw in. And a late replacement for the Dolphins. And the try scorer in the first half, Roberto Lensley, grabs possession. But unfortunately, in the maul, players going over the top. And Dolphins are relieved, another penalty. Kudus not concentrating, giving away 3 penalties in about 3 minutes. Ball not kicked into touch. So it's that man, Aston Mukluwango again. Cameron, DeAndre Blakey, number 20. Oh, unfortunately, replacement Joshua Jacobs. I think that was his second error in the same position. Certain try, and unfortunately goes a begging. Is the ref going to call a knock on, or is it a line out? Right. Knock on, as I called it. Play being held up. Is that Ziano van Woek getting attention? Oh, Sean Nuzeb looking on. Looks like the ankle is needing attention. Is that Michael Koopman? Michael's off. Jaden Jeffrey going down, but he's on the side, he's playing flank. Aurelio Plato is taking up the hooking position alongside replacement lucid prop Lorenzo Kalaka. Brandon Bren Deal puts the ball in for the Dolphins, passes it out, and an excellent running movement there. They're not going to kick possession away. You can see his man there. Excellent line movement. The Dolphins really playing, but a good backhand pass. Excellent teamwork, strategy. Kenneth Saibeb getting the ball, but runs into trouble. Dolphins have now turned the ball over and gained possession. Managing to run a lot. Referee asking everybody to get back, but good running by the Dolphins, not kicking away possession, but holding on. And the best form of defense is attack, and the Dolphins are certainly doing that. Raking kick. Excellent clearing kick there. And we've got about 10 minutes to go in this exciting encounter, which the Kudus have unfortunately overrun their coastal neighbours, Dolphins from Swakopmund. Rayshon Skoombi sending his line away. These guys are full of running, drawing their man. And is it that man again? Big Scraggs and Mukluwongo. But puts a foot out of play. And touch judge calls the line out. Kudus trying their best with short lineouts, but lineout has been called. Linesman in his place. Kudus eager to add on to the scoreboard. 55-7. They lead. DeAndre Blakey, scrum fly-off replacement, but passing seems to be an issue. Line movements could have worked a lot better. 4 chances that they've not taken advantage of. Another knock on, and possession is handed over to the Dolphins. Kudus brought on replacements at the correct time. The guys had run themselves. The replacements have come on and they've worked well. Kudus not retreating. And a knock on by the Dolphins. Could have been a Kudus hand there, but I think it was more Dolphin hand than Kudu hand. Ball goes forward. And the guys are keen to get the show on the road. They want to run, they want to score tries, both teams. The advantage to the Kudus. Roshan Scoombie feeds the scrum. Scrum turned, and a penalty to the Dolphins. But Peter Ensslin taking strain. He's worked very hard today. He's been all over the show. Running, gaining possession, defending, tackling. Final moments, just needs a bit of a break. Kevin Abrams, replacement, takes the penalty, gains ground for the Dolphins. Just past the halfway line in Kudus territory. Substitution. Unfortunately, Peter Ensslin has to go off. Looks like he's injured his shoulder or collarbone, but injury to his right shoulder coming off the field. He's had a hard game. Been applauded by his fellow teammates, but live action lineouts well won by the Dolphins, but ball not in straight. Scrum called, or they're going to go for another lineout. Try scorer Roberto Lensley taking the throw in. Something's been said. Scrum off, giving instructions. That was the quick movement. The line-out has got, and the back line has got themselves sorted as well. And an excellent run there by the fullback, racing down the touchline. Excellent run, well worked. Another try. They just keep on racking up 60 points, and a try close to the pole. So hopefully substitute fly half DeAndre Plaikey can respond and make it 62. Let's see what happens. But well worked, a good run by the very quick fullback Aston Muklekwongo, handing off plenty Dolphin players, running down more than half the length of the field down the touchline. Jaron Koenig Try not awarded. Right, so no try, although it was a fantastic movement. Obviously an infringement. And the Dolphins not giving up at all. All out of play. In the hands of the Dolphins, so throw into the Kudus. Full of determination, they're not giving up on the Dolphins. They might be plenty points behind. And a long raking kick again inside the 22. But kicked infield, keeping play alive. Ball went backwards. Referee calls it a knock-on. But scrum to the Dolphins. In the closing stages of the match, we've seen a lot of running rugby. Credit to the coaches. And the spectators, they've certainly had their money's worth and seen running rugby. Those who came out can only be satisfied, and the home team winning, just the cherry on the top. When the scrum is turned, so to be put in again. Hard working. Number 1, Anthony Hubeb of the Kudus. Brendan Brendeel putting the ball in, but shove too quick by the Kudus, resulted in the penalty, but an error. The penalty by the Dolphins has now resulted in the ball being handed back to the Kudus for their try. Rayshon Scoombie chatting to his fly half. Another different line movement coming up. The ever quick fullback. Kudus players been given a yellow card, high tackle. And determination by the Dolphins. Another card been issued. Dolphins now 2 men up. 2 yellow cards within a minute by the Kudus. Lack of concentration or overconfidence. But we're in the closing stages of this encounter. That was and that's it. That's the end of the match. Well, good match by entertaining the crowds. The Kudus, local team Kudus 55 to the 1 converted try of the Dolphins. Nine tries by the Kudus and conversions to the 1 try by the Dolphins. From a sunny, windy and very pleasant Saturday afternoon, it's goodbye from me, John Slubber, from Walvis Bay.
Imagine something so ahead of its time. It was designed to fit in with a future that hasn't happened yet.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Feel like I should go.
Baie dankie dat hulle uitgekom het vandag. Die wedstryd was gespeel in goeie gees, so baie dankie dat hulle uitgekom het vandag. Die wedstryd was gespeel in goeie gees, so
En dan volgende Cameron.
ons speel Grootfontein weg.
Okay, en wat is die plan daarso?
Obviously, goeie voorbereiding hierdie week en ons wil ons standaarde hou volgende week ook.
Julle nou vandag weer die Herbie Fransman trofee gevat. Hoe voel jy daaroor, Cameron?
Yes, ek dink vir die 2 jaar wat die trofee in bestaan is, het ons hom al 2 keer gewen. So baie geluk aan ons spelers en baie dankie aan die skare en baie trots op almal.
Ja, definitief, ons is ook trots op julle. Baie dankie, Cameron, en alle geluk en voorspoed.
Dankie.
Daar sê julle, en so kom ons tot op die einde van hierdie regstreekse uitsending van hierdie wedstryd. Dis die Namibia Rugby I Premier Liga wedstryd wat ons vir julle gebring het hier van Jan Wilken Stadium op Walvis Bay. Nou natuurlik die finale skoor was 55-7 in die guns van die blou span hier op Walvis Bay. So tot op 'n volgende keer, wees asseblief veilig. Ons sien julle weer. Totsiens.
Well, the crowds have been certainly entertained here at the Jan Wilken Stadium in Walvis Bay. A resounding victory by 55 points to 7. The home team getting one over the visiting Dolphins from Swakopmund. And lovely, entertaining running rugby here today. Umpteen tries by the home team. 7 conversions, lovely running rugby. We saw 3 yellow cards, 2 towards the end of the match. Lovely support by the Dolphins. Their supporters came all the way from Swakop, 35 kilometers away. The team acknowledged their presence and went over, and they were thanked, and the supporters were really grateful. But the plaudits must go to the home team, the Kudus, who played excellent running rugby. The team were alive. Everybody was treated to fantastic rugby from both sides, but the Kudus just managing to edge over in all departments and scoring those fantastic tries running rugby. And that is the Herbie Fransman trophy. Herbie Fransman, one of the stalwarts of the Kudus Rugby Club, which was founded in 1961. In dedication of his passing, the club and family decided to honour him by making the cup available for the coastal derby between the Kudus based in Walvis Bay and the Dolphins based in Swakopmund. And we've been really entertained. It's been a lovely day here. There was wind as usual, was gusting, then it stopped gusting. Tremendous atmosphere, crowd very vocal, very enthusiastic. Both sets of supporters getting behind to support their teams. It was a very good. But we thank everybody for coming here, and we hope you had a pleasant day watching us. And for myself at Walvis Bay, John Slubber, a very good night to you all.